Here we are. We're going to come back. We're going to look at a couple more of these problems that we're going to take from this worksheet, okay, on multi-step trig problems, okay? Let's take a look at this number 45. It says find the area of the trapezoid. Of course, let's remember what the area of the trapezoid is. Area is equal to 1/2 the height. Now, of course, the height is going to be this distance times base 1 plus base 2. Now, of course, base 1 is 6, base 2 is yet to be determined, but of course, base 2 is going to include this piece here, which is 6, okay? And then, of course, we have to find height. Well, in some ways, it's not too bad because we do have a 30, 60, 90 triangle here. We've got the height, of course, meeting the base at right angles. So this is 30, this is my 60-degree angle, and this is the height would be the side opposite 60, which would be half of that, so that would be 6, and this length, of course, would be 6√3. So I should have everything I need to put into my formula. I think the problem might have been a little bit more interesting if this were a angle other than 30 or 60, in which case we have to use a little bit more trig, okay? So that maybe wasn't as bad as we thought, okay? Let's see what happens in these problems here. Okay, find the length of the side labeled x, okay? So x is over here. Now, okay? The problem, of course, is that in order to find x, we first have got to find this length here in blue, or should we say now in red, okay? So first find the red length, okay? Now, how can we find that? Well, okay, and why would we have to find that first? Well, if we look at this, of course, is two triangles. We don't have enough information. All we have is one angle, okay? And over here we have an angle on a side, so we can use that to find the length at red, and then use that side length over here, okay, with trig. Okay, so let's reason out how we do that. Okay, we're going to call that length in red p. Okay, so to find p, of course, I'm going to say, well, relative to the angle given of 35, that of course is the going to use the tangent. So I'm going to say the tangent of 35 is going to be 9 over p, which says that p can be found to be 9 divided by the tangent of 35. So let's just find that value, and then we'll work with it. So I'll pull up my calculator and say, ask the calculator what is 9 divided by the tangent of 35. So 9 divided by the tangent, okay, let's go second, tan 35, and figure out what that is, a decimal value, of course, okay, is 12.85. So let's put that down and see where we go with it from there. So P is equal to 12.85. I think that's what it said, right? Okay, now, okay, let's get back to that problem. Sorry. All right. Now, of course, now we can use that P on this right-hand triangle to find X. And relative to that, we used the angle of 61. So again, we're going to use the tangent in this time of 61, which we are going to say is X over P. And of course, we just found P, which was 12.85. So that'll allow us to find that X directly. You should be able to finish that out, okay? Looking down here at problem number 4, well, okay, this is a bit perplexing because here we have 2 angles, but we actually have 3 angles, okay? So we could easily find this angle if we need it, of course, and then we can break this into a right triangle. So we've got 71 and 44, which is 100, it leaves, which is 115, right? So that's 71 and 44 is 115, which leaves this angle here to be 75 if we want to use it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, you might want to double check my arithmetic there, but I think that's right. Okay, now again, I think what we want to do is I want to make problem number 4 look like this problem here. So I'm just going to drop a right triangle, a right angle, a length down there and make a right angle. So here we go. Okay. Now again, so we had this side on this angle rather. We said that was 75. Through the sine, we should be able to find this length. Okay, and then we can use that length with this angle to find x. So we'll just set it up for you. I think you should be able to complete it. So so we're going to say relative to the 75 here, this is the opposite length. Let's call that p again. We're going to try to find p. Okay, so the sine of 75, right, is going to be p over 12. Okay, so p can come out there directly by that calculation. P is equal to 12 times the sine of 75. And then we'll calculate that value, and then we'll use that over here on this other triangle to say that the sine of 44 is equal to p, which we just found. So we'll get that decimal value and put it up in there, over x. And that would, of course, allow us to find the value of x. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it at that. Let you watch those, watch this video and digest that a little bit, and then we'll come and look at more of these problems in class tomorrow. Okay, here you go.